Thank you very much, Mayor and Council. We're pleased to be here this evening to, as a delegation, to tell you a little bit about our thoughts regarding the current rezoning application that has been submitted to the township to rezone McLoughlin Point for development of the sewage treatment plant. I will just introduce us, and then I'm going to turn it over to my colleague Jodi, who will summarize the concerns that we discussed at our meeting on May the 9th. So we are the École Macaulay Elementary School Parents Advisory Council. We represent the parents and guardians of 460 children from kindergarten to grade 5 and their families in this community. As I said, we had a meeting on May the 9th where we reviewed aspects of the rezoning application that has been submitted to the township. So I will turn it over now to Jodi to summarize our concerns.
Thank you. I've just passed around a letter that we wrote to the CRD, and it outlines the concerns. So basically, I'm just going to talk about what's in the letter. But Mayor and Council are copied on the letter. So primarily we're concerned about the safety of the children during the 3.5-year construction period, which is due to start in early 2014. We've reviewed the rezoning application. We feel that the increased volumes of truck traffic along Lisle and Lamson Street will pose a safety risk to the children and families traveling to and from the school. We've consulted with the crossing guards that are working at 2 of the intersections, and we know that from the small Macaulay Lodge redevelopment on Lisle Street that the construction trucks and construction traffic there has been causing some concern for them. They say that the trucks really struggle to get through the Lisle Street and Lamson Street intersection and sometimes do end up hopping the curb, which is of course unsafe, and it also is creating some traffic congestion around those intersections. The application notes that the trucks will avoid running during the 7:30 to 9 a.m. and 4 to 6 p.m. times. This firstly does not include the school pickup time, which is a major concern for us, which is 10 to 3. It's very busy and there's a lot of kids obviously walking and riding their bikes. Additionally, we're told by those in the construction industry that avoiding using the trucks during this time is not very realistic. So we're concerned about that. We're also concerned about the increased traffic from the labor force, which the application says is up to approximately 250 people a day, which if they're each driving individually is also going to create obviously additional traffic. In addition to the safety concerns, we're also concerned about air quality during the 3.5 years. My son is asthmatic, and just thinking about all of the extra emissions and dust that's going to be in the air, it's a very long time for any child to be exposed to increased particulates in the air. The community impact assessment in the application stated the air quality impacts as low, but we would like to get some more information and be assured that there will be mitigation measures put in place. So given these concerns, the PAC requests the following, which is listed in our letter. Number 1, and most important, that we feel would hugely reduce the traffic and truck safety issues, is requiring the mandatory use of barging. And they talk about that a couple of times in the application, that barging materials instead of trucking it could really reduce the amount of trucking that will have to happen. But as we understand it, the CRD is not requiring the companies to barge, that they're sort of leaving it up to the private sector to decide whether that's economically feasible, and we're very concerned that it's probably not going to be, and so unless it's a requirement, it's not going to happen. So that's our number 1, I think. We'd like to see the establishment of a project liaison committee, which includes Macaulay PAC and school representatives, development of a program to provide student safety education in the school, reduce traffic during the drop-off and pickup times, not just during rush hour, which is identified in the application, increase crossing guards and signs at intersections such as Macaulay and Lisle Street, incentives for workers to carpool or take public transit to and from the site. We'd like to ensure that the parking needs of the school are maintained. The use of engine brakes is avoided to keep the noise level low, and that there is increased street cleaning to ensure dust control. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you.
Thank you. I want to thank you both and the PAC for being so complete in your thoughts and your suggestions. And as the CRD rep, I will make sure that these are addressed in some way at CRD as well as within our process.
Thank you.